We didn't really overthink anything. We just wanted to do what we did to get us this far. But, you know, they were better today, so.
In this episode, I will break down Evil Geniuses versus PSG.LGD game best of 3 series in the lower bracket of Kuala Lumpur. It was the revenge of Evil Geniuses coming into fruition. Now you might say, why is it a revenge? LGD took them out in TI8. They eliminated Evil Geniuses. So now, it's the first major since then. And Evil Geniuses have a chance to show that they are actually superior. Anyways, I don't want to get into the drama in this episode. I'm going to focus strictly on Dota. I will look at particular plays that determined the ultimate outcome of the series. Why did EG win? So, even before this fight, Evil Geniuses had dominated the laning phase, and now they were just looking to catch LGD's core. The first core that they pick up using the Brewmaster split was the enemy's mid laner Dragon Knight. This was a momentum pull-off. What they do first is they use a tornado, lift him up, get the axe to isolate him and kill him instantly. But the thing about LGD in this game is that they kept on pushing their limits. They were clearly outmatched by the heroes that Evil Geniuses had, yet they decided to fight them head on. After the DK died, they instantly bought back on Silencer. They continued to fight no matter what, throwing heroes one by one.
Stampede off to the side, Sunder at the last second for Terrorblade with the Silencer. They end up securing the kill, and the call eventually catches the Phantom Lancer. EG did a fantastic job of spreading their bodies out right there.
Then FY comes back and gets a pick-off kill on Crit, but even then he does that, he throws his life to the cores of Evil Geniuses. The Evil Genius team will gladly give away their supports for the benefit of Sumail or Arteezy. That's a no-brainer. And then Enigma follows up another suicidal attempt, and it just makes Sumail fatter. Evil Genius had a clear agenda in this series. Even in this series, which goes on to the next one against Ninjas in Pajamas, they have a mentality to beef up Arteezy while making the whole team a system. They know that Arteezy with Terrorblade, if he goes to the super late, they can win no matter what. And directly after this fight, Evil Geniuses linger around the area. This was the biggest moment of the game right here, when Dragon Knight comes up to farm the creep wave. Unexpectedly, he is surprised to meet the entire core squad of Evil Geniuses right above. Right after that, he gets picked off very easily. LGD tried to save their core desperately by even throwing a global silence. Once the global silence went off and DK died, Evil Geniuses know it was go time. They went above high ground and they demolished the barracks. From that moment on, the game was over. Game number 1 was finished. So now we'll go to game number 2. So before I begin, I'd like to say that game number 2 was insane. It's one of the best playmaking decisions by every single member of Evil Geniuses. First, we have Weaver with Aghanim Scepter. He's able to relapse his teammates. That means that they go back just like the way he does. Then there's Centaur ulti. That also gives you armor defense, plus it lets you walk through anything once you have Aghanim Scepter. Then you have the Silencer Global, which is a global silence. It comes in clutch and key fights. You have Spectre ulti, which along with the Radiance does tons of damage. It's a super late core similar to Terrorblade or Arc Warden. And then you have Puck. Sumail on Puck, he doesn't really use this hero much anymore. But the thing that he does that makes the biggest difference is buying an Aghanim Scepter on the Puck. It's able to mitigate the effects of BKB by not letting the cores move around. Even if you're on BKB, you get stunned by the Dream Coil if you run away from it. So when you put everything together, Evil Geniuses will thrive on. So there was actually 2 key moments. Was when Crit on Weaver steals the Aegis. That was the first game-changing moment. So in the beginning, we start off and we see a Dream Coil hit. When the Dream Coil hit, Spectre throws off his ulti. But even before this, the biggest moment you probably didn't catch, it was so fast, was S4 with Centaur. He goes in, blinks in because he's the biggest tank, right? So he should go in first. He goes in first, and Lord behold, he's met by all of the enemy cores. He gets tanked on so quick that he loses all of his life. Tiny uses his full combo, tosses up in the air. By the way, Tiny is extremely strong. But then this is what happened. Weaver on Crit, he has an Aghanim Scepter. He uses time lapse on the Centaur to completely mitigate all the damage. So he has nearly full health and he's back. It's like an Aegis right there. That initial save let Evil Geniuses have the future that they had. Eventually, all of these things would go on. So then the snatch would occur with everything happening at once. Fly throwing a global silence at the perfect time. that lets the Weaver go in, Sumail coming in with the silence, the Centaur coming in with the hoof stomp. So because all of these things happened at once, it gave Weaver the opportunity to snatch the Aegis. Because Evil Genius was playing in a perfectly synchronized style of Dota. After this, you see Sumail in very critical low HP. He uses a cheese and he gets full HP. All of these little plays that are happening in microsecond are making the difference. So in all of that exchange, the only hero that was lost was Arteezy's Spectre. Even though that's a big kill, the gold swing goes in the favor of Evil Genius. After this critical fight, there was one more fight that ultimately determined who would win the series. So this is the next moment. You see, Arteezy is the biggest core. He's the most fattest hero. He can change the game by himself, right? But he can also be used as a bait. See, in this critical moment, I paused this so you can see. LGD are surrounding Arteezy. They know that there's no one nearby, and they think that he's going to be an easy kill. They use RP, and they want to kill him as soon as possible. But as soon as this happened, Evil Geniuses retaliate. They use the global silence, they use Centaur ulti, and they use Sumail Pug Aghanim Scepter Dreamcoil, which puts them all in a locked position. Then Arteezy doesn't even get killed. He gets brought down, but he doesn't die because Spectre is a tank. Then at the last moment, they still go for the Spectre kill, even though everything is going bad. And Time Lapse comes in and he gets saved.
Sides on top of that for the buyback of Fly. Over here, Sumail is chasing, wants to finish off Chalice. We'll do that with a Raining Rift, and Illusory Orbs the other direction. In the backlines, Luda, though, still just does some good damage on Dying Pies. Back by Luda, S4 with the lockdown and the Waiting Rift in the face. Crit even gets the double kill when it's all said and done. Arteezy.
Even though they come back and kill Spectre and Centaur, which was pretty good, it really wasn't, because Evil Geniuses know that LGD already blew everything they had. Every single ultimate was done, all the buybacks are done, they have buyback cooldowns, and all they have to do after that is buyback themselves, push to tier 4s, and win the game. And that's what happens. This game was determined by these two fights alone. I hope you guys enjoyed my breakdown of Evil Geniuses versus LGD at the Kuala Lumpur Major. It was a revenge match where Evil Geniuses come on top. Make sure you subscribe to crystalisdota for more videos like this.